back everyone for some more Ace Attorney Dual Destinies, and we're continuing on day 1 in the investigation here in Turnabout Academy. And if you guys did not watch the last episode, I would highly recommend it because for it being an opening episode of the case, it's actually quite action-packed, but we are at Themis Legal Academy. We are returning to the 3rd floor lecture hall, but before we do so, hope you guys have an awesome day today. Hope you guys doing well, but without further ado, let's continue our investigation. The whole school's in an uproar. There won't be any more classes today. A murder on campus. That's the last thing I expected at a legal academy. I'll go tell Professor Means what we observed when we discovered the body. You two wait here until you've spoken with the police. Yes, boss. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe we have to wait around here. I can't stay still at times like these. I hope Junie hasn't fainted from the shock of this whole thing. Ah! Athena! Athena. There you are. Junie, am I glad to see you? I was worried that... Don't worry about me. I'm student council president, after all. I need to be strong. Student council president? Wow, I'm impressed. She's really changed. She used to be kind of sickly and shy. Juniper, was it? You mind if we ask you a few questions? Yeah, we're stuck here waiting for the police, and there's really not much to do. Sure. What would you like to know? Let's go ahead and talk to her a little bit. I haven't seen you in ages, Junie. What's it been, 7 years or so? Yeah, and I remember how you were always there for me, Athena. Maybe it's just me, but I wanted to ask why you seem so distant. You remember how you used to call me Athena? I liked it better that way. It felt like we were sisters, you know? Yes, but I'm student council president now. And as a student representative of Themis Legal Academy, I have to act properly. She was never this stiff and formal before. I knew you wanted to be a judge, but I didn't expect this. It's such a prestigious school, and you're in a judge course to boot. Yes, and Professor Court had been in charge of it until, well, you know. Oh, right. Professor Court was the professor in charge of Junie's course. What sort of teacher was Professor Court? If I had to sum her up in a single word, I'd say she was amazing. A judge must always seek the truth. That was a mantra, and she used it in trying to fix what was wrong with our school. She was a beacon of hope in this dark age of the law. What's wrong with your school? What do you mean by that? Oh, nothing. Never mind. Am I imagining things? Did I just detect something in Junie's voice? Professor Court chose my script for the mock trial. Oh, you mean all the students in the judge course had to submit a script? And yours was the one she selected? Wow, that's amazing, Junie! Oh, thank you. But now Professor Court is... Who would do such a thing? Just yesterday we were working together, trying to get things ready. Excuse me. Are you alright, Junie? Maybe you should take it easy for a while. So she's still got that cough. Guess she's not as strong as she pretends to be. Why do you need a script in a showdown between a lawyer and a prosecutor? Well, we were simulating trial, so we needed a script as a framework. All the details about the incident and the people involved are included in the script. We also prepared a crime scene, photos, a murder weapon, and all other kinds of evidence. Wow, you guys think of everything. Must be hard getting all that ready. Yes, well, it was only Professor Court and I. After all, we didn't want the script or other elements of the mock trial to get leaked. We were the only ones in the entire school who knew all the details. Must have been a big pain in the... that must have been really difficult. I wrote the script so that the case would go either way. That way the defense and the prosecution both had an equal chance of winning. Heh. If you think that's all she's capable of, you got another thing coming. Huh? Who said that? Juniper's genius doesn't stop at a brilliant script. Yeah! She gave an award-winning performance as the defendant, man. I think I found a rival to my chords of steel. Hugh? Robin? Aren't you going to introduce yourselves to our guests? As student council president, I won't have you treating them rudely. You're right. I heard Mr. Ed was bringing a couple of guests with him. That would be you two? Apollo Justice and Athena Sykes? Yep, I'm Athena Sykes. And I'm Apollo Justice. Nice to meet you. I'll pass on the handshake. I'm studying to be a lawyer. The name's Hugh O'Connor. But some call me Mr. Perfect because I never score less than 100% on tests. Most pretentious introduction ever. And what's with his hand? Is it glued to the inside of his pocket or what? Yeesh. Let me be the first to apologize for Yu's totally rude introduction. Sorry. Now, here's my intro. I'm Robin Newman. I'm studying to be a prosecutor, like the really cool kind that deals with the bad guys. No! Where's the sincerity? So he makes pottery too? What's that bracelet contraption for? Junie sure has made some unusual friends. These two were the lawyer and the prosecutor in today's mock trial. And even though I wrote the script, I also played the part of the defendants. Final act and Torrid love triangle centered on campus She-Devil Juniper Words. Level-headed lawyer course genius and hot-blooded prosecutor course student will go head-to-head in a mock trial battle for the She-Devil's Black Heart. Wait, these two are the guys you supposedly have a thing for Junie? Heh, Juniper, come on, your role is way beyond just that. That's right, the mock trial is just the start. She's also in the school festival's main event. Live on stage, Juniper Words, and the crowd goes bananas. Woo! I'm supposed to sing at the school festival. All the other girls were too embarrassed to try out, so... My Junie singing? On stage in front of people? Wow, she really has changed. Okay, let's talk to her. I was responsible for making everyone's stage costumes. And this is what I'll be wearing. That's amazing, Junie, but then again, you are always good at that kind of thing. These constellations in particular are really something. Oh, thank you. One of my favorite things to do is to look up at the stars in the middle of the forest. Huh, so you're a fan of the night sky then? Wow, Apollo, didn't know you were such a romantic. It's not like that. I have this friend, and he and I go way back, who got me really interested in space. Wait, you had friends and you were young? Color me surprised. As student council president, I cannot allow such mean-spirited teasing to continue. Eep! Thinks she's angry. Stage costume added to the court record. A costume Junie was supposed to wear. It has a glowing star pattern. With notes, 2 pages. The costumes were no problem, but as for the singing, I'm not sure I... No! You can do it! That's right, and anyone who says otherwise will have to answer to me. It's like a chivalrous love triangle. A damsel in distress and 2 knights in shining armor. Maybe that famous Herald article wasn't too far from the truth. Speaking of latest news, I wonder how the mock trial turned out. So, how did the mock trial end? We were just about to reach a verdict when the police arrived. Now we'll never know how it would have turned out. I guess that's what happens when there's a real murder during a fake murder trial. It ended right before the verdict? Talk about bad timing. I was this close, man. I bet I would have won. But I bet the defense wasn't doing too badly either, right? We'll settle this some other time, and I assure you I will win when that time comes. Like I'm gonna let that happen. I don't think so. I hope they don't end up hurting each other. Oh, don't worry. The 3 of us have been good friends since we enrolled here. We even have proof of our friendship. Proof? Like physical evidence proof? Yes. We're studying for career in law, and in the legal world, evidence is everything. Yeah, as long as our friendship lasts, you can bet we'll be carrying them around. Ah, the famous Legal Academy ingenuity at work. So what exactly is this proof of friendship, anyway? Well, it's a secret, and if I show you, it would be bad luck. Oh, okay. I knew it. There's definitely some discord in Junie's voice. Our friendship is sacred and inviolable. Sorry. It's not something we put cheaply on display. Proof? We don't need no stinking proof. Us three are friends forever. I can hear discord in their voices, too. But they're talking about their friendship. What's going on here? Something wrong, Athena? No, it's nothing. Oh? Alright then. Hey, isn't that... Everyone, stay right where you are. Don't move a muscle. Oh god, this guy. Did the detective full break? Is something wrong? Yeah, I'm not a fan of this character at all. I just can't wait to get this part over with. Why, these are my little lawyer friends. Sorry, but small talk will have to wait. Juniper Woods? You're under arrest for the murder of Constance Court. I'm what? Well, wait a second. What's going on here? Why are you arresting Junie? Please, Detective Fulbright. We're involved in this case, too. Aha. So you're the lawyers the dispatch said were first on scene. I can't tell you everything, but I will say this. There are two major reasons for arrest. Number one, the suspect led somebody to where the body was. I didn't! And number two, the crime scene is exactly how the suspect portrayed it in the script. But you can't arrest her on just those grounds. True, but there's more. However, Prosecutor Blackwell specifically told me to say no more than that. So Blackwell was the prosecuting attorney on this one too? Detective Fulbright, we found this in the suspect's pocket. But why there's blood on this? That's evidence we made for the mock trial. A mock trial? Never heard of such a thing. That sounds fishy to me. Real fishy. None of you would, officers. Yes, sir. But... Junie! I have to do something. I can't let them take her away like this. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do.
Hold it! Hold it! I refuse to believe that she's the killer! Junie! I've decided. I'm going to defend you. I'll fight with everything I've got. Athena. Junie, it's good to hear you say that name again.
Hate to interrupt your bonding time, but... Aren't you rather new to all this? You're barely even a lawyer. Well, I don't have much experience, and I may need Apollo and Mr. Wright's help at times. But nobody believes in Junie as much as I do. I'll help you too, Juniper. There's no way you murdered your professor. Athena. Apollo. Thank you both. I'm counting on you. We've got your back, Junie. Guess things worked out after all. Now that you have your lawyers, Miss Woods, it's time for us to head back to the station. I can't believe Junie's been arrested for murder. And I can't believe I accepted her case without asking Mr. Wright. Take a deep breath and relax, Athena. I'm here to help with whatever you need, so let's get right on the case. Right. I won't have this case left in the hands of rank amateurs. If anyone's gonna solve this case, it'll be me. Time to investigate. Wow, that smug little... He hasn't even finished law school. Hugh! That was totally rude! And you're not the only one in the case, man. I'm in it too, big time. Juniper Woods, I'm gonna save you. Now that those two are gone, let's get back to what I was talking about in front of the stage. About the mock trial, that is. Oh, right. You said the victim's location, position, and so on were just like in the script. Exactly. But without the script or any props, it's kind of hard to explain. Perhaps I could help. Air forehead. Oh god, I know who this is. Prosecutor Gavin, what are you doing here? You two seem to know each other. Is someone gonna introduce me? Why, I do believe we have a fresh face here. Greetings, Fraulein. I'm Claudia Gavin. Some know me as a prosecutor, but I'm most famous for my former rock band. We were quite popular, you know, but regrettably the band went kaput. Perhaps you heard of us? The Governors? I was the lead vocalist. Never heard of your band, then again I was out of the country till only recently. But, can I get your autograph? You just met him like 3 seconds ago and you want his autograph? Forgive me, Fraulein, but I've retired from the music biz. But I'd be happy to offer my autograph as rockstar prosecutor Clavia Gavin. Oh, okay. That one then. She's a lovely one, forehead. Didn't know she was your type. She's the newest member of Red Anything Agency, that's all. Nice to meet you. I'm Athena Sykes. Pleasure to meet you too, Athena Sykes. Now that the intros are out of the way, I'm sure you have some questions for me. Yeah, forehead? Yeah, let's talk to him. First of all, why the hell are you here? So, what are you doing here, Prosecutor Gavin? I'm here for the same reason as your boss, to give a lecture and a training seminar. So he's the famous prosecutor invited. And I have another crucial role to play. The Governors are getting back together for a one-time special performance. Even though you guys disbanded? Which was a shame, by the way. Really. Yeah, I know how much you adored our music, Forehead. Anyway, I studied abroad in Germany to get my badge early, but I did graduate from here. Wait, so that performance Junie mentioned. I see you've already heard about that. One student representative was selected to sing with us on stage. And the stage was supposed to look like this tomorrow. 2 big banners and a pair of wicked statues. This is just an illustration, but it's not half bad. Wicked statues? Wait, are those supposed to be you and Mr. Wright? Bingo, Fraulein! And they were so big and magnificent, too. What a terrible waste. But the worst part of this whole thing is... my long-awaited reunion with my mentor never came to pass. Wait, don't tell me your mentor was... Professor Court. She was the one who taught me how to think about the law. So, Constance Court was your professor here at the Academy. She may have taught the judge course, but she had a huge impact on me. She was fond of saying the end is only justified through proper means. She wouldn't tolerate dishonesty and always revealed what was right beyond all else. I can feel Prosecutor Gavin's sadness. Oh no, I think I'm gonna cry. Athena, are you tearing up? Though I can't blame you. Prosecutor Gavin knows a lot of who he is to Professor Court. Exactly. So, as you can see, we are both joined in purpose, so to speak, yeah? Now let's rock this place hard. Huh? I don't follow. Let's rock what? Figured already, Forehead? I said I'd help you explain the mock trial. Excuse the voice crack there. We're going to reprise it right here in the lecture hall. It might help us catch their killer. October 24th. Famous Legal Academy. 3rd floor, lecture hall. Mock trial reenactment. All rise. Right. The stage is ready. And you, Forehead? Ready to rock? No. The defense is not ready to rock. You saw the actual mock trial earlier, right? Just relax. You'll do fine. Besides, we have the script right here. Junie's masterpiece? The one everyone's been talking about? Yeah, and there's only one here in existence. I borrowed it, if you will. Now, Fraulein, we'll need you to play the part of defendant and judge as per the script. Okay, got it. I've only read the case outline so far. I don't know how it actually turns out, so I'll treat this like I'm prosecuting a real case. You, Forehead, will play the part of a fledgling lawyer, a role you were born to play. Oh god. All the evidence is also here with us. We have everything we need to reprise the mock trial. Très bien. Let's get started. Defendant/judge Athena Sykes is psyched and ready to rock. Court is now in session for a reenactment of the mock trial. Or what I'd like to call the mock trial. Yeah, a double mockery perhaps, but a trial is still a trial. Ox hung, baby. It's no holds barred. Let's rock. Aw, can't we take it easy today?
Objection!
It may just be a mock of a mock, but there's only one way to compete. You play to win. So remember, each time I catch you slacking off, I'm holding you in contempt of court. Great. A judge that voices her own objections and abuses her judicial powers. Summary of the facts. Now then, Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statement if you please. You got it, Fraulein Judge. Our case is set in a school very much like this one. The victim, a professor, female. The defendant, an archery club member, also female. Oh me, oh my. I'm innocent. Innocent, I tell you! That's some seriously bad acting, Fraulein. Anyway, the victim's body was discovered in the middle of the quad. Here's a shot of the crime scene. Ironically, it was Professor Court who posed as corpse. In the forehead, how did the mock trial participants react to this photo? Mr. Newman was surprised by what Professor Court was wearing. He reacted with, "Oh, the green sweatsuit." That's not exactly what I would pick the focus on, so why would he care about that? Too much of a fledgling to know what's important, that one. In any case, both in the mock trial and the actual case, Professor Court was wearing a sweatsuit. Moving right along...
Hold it!
Hey, wait a second! The body was discovered in the same area as the mock case, although there was a stage. Plus, the murder weapon, an arrow, and the lack of blood are also the same. That's right. And therein lies the significance of this mock trial. So let's keep rocking and hard just like that. Now let's hear the defense's argument. Before the crime occurred, the defendant was to meet with the victim in the quad. Let's see here. When I arrived at our meeting place, I found the professor with an arrow in her stomach. But it wasn't me. I didn't kill her. You don't have to ham it up like that, Athena. It's called getting into character, forehead. Don't be such a wet blanket. Right. Let's see. Oh yeah, then you said... A frail co-ed used her bare hands to stab a professor with an arrow? I don't think so. At the time of the murder, a male student was seen, holding a bow in the archery club room, which has a clear view of the quad. He shot the arrow into the victim before my client even got there. 9, our forehead. That vain swagger does not suit you in the least. Order, especially you, Mr. Justice. Me? But I was just trying to get into it like Mr. Euro Rocker said. Okay, let's hear the prosecution's rebuttal. So, the victim was shot from the archery club room before the meeting even took place. Hence, the defendant could not be the killer. That seems to be the defense's assertion. Prosecutor Gavin, do you have any objections? The autopsy report notes that the edges of the victim's wound were unusually ragged. Could such physical trauma possibly result from an arrow shot from a bow? 9! I believe the victim was impaled with the arrow by hand, post-mortem. In short, the real murder weapon was not the arrow at all. When Robin was prosecutor, he had a tough time determining the real murder weapon. Well, he's just a student, a warm-up act, while I am the real deal, the headliner, so to speak. The true murder weapon was most likely the all that was left in the art room. An all? What's that? An all, you'll say? What might that be? It's a kind of tool used for poking holes in paper, wood, and other materials. It's kind of like an ice pick. I have a photo here if you're interested. Gross. It's all bloody up to the handle. Please tell me it's just paint. Most likely, Fraulein. Pretty realistic, yeah? Let's pretend it's real blood for now. The defendant's prints were lifted from the murder weapon. Furthermore, traces of the victim's blood were discovered in the art room. That's where I believe the murder actually took place. So, the question now is, how did the body get from the art room to the stage? Well, we're gonna find that out. The murder took place in the 3rd floor art room, but the body was found in the quad. It must have been quite a chore moving that body all that way. Not at all. There's a maintenance area and storehouse right outside the art room, and a cart used to carry balls around was found there. Oh, I think I've seen one of those before. But that's a pretty big one. A jumbo, yeah? Big enough to fit a person? Or a body in it. The defendant dropped the body from the art room window, then moved it with the cart. That is how a high school girl could easily move a body all by herself. You don't say.
Objection!
A body dropped from 3 stories up shows signs of massive blunt force trauma.
Objection!
That may be true, but you failed to account for the large high jump mat in the storehouse. A body dropped onto such a mat would show no signs of blunt force trauma. Yikes. It's almost scary how similar this whole case is to the mock trial proceedings. Quite the crafty killer, in an attempt to cast suspicion on the archery club. They moved the body to the quad where it would be an easy shot from the club room. Then the killer faked the murder weapon by inserting an arrow into the all-stab wound. Sounds like he has only high praise for Junie's script. Were there any further arguments from the defense? Nope. Seemed like the teacher who was playing the judge was satisfied too. Time for the finale then. Your verdict, if you please, Fraulein Judge. Huh? Oh wait, that's me. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Juniper Woods. Wait a second. Even if this is just a mock trial of a mock trial, I don't want to declare Junie guilty. Yeah, perhaps that's not such a good idea. Let's end our mock trial here. Besides, it's about time I get back to my investigation. Thanks, you two. That little run-through of the mock trial cleared up quite a few things. Mock trial script added the court record, a top-secret script written by Junie. There's only 1 copy, and it consists of 4 pages. Och, tongue baby, the prosecutor's already got a witness sized up, too. That was quick. Prosecutor Blackwell was almost too good. You're sure in a helpful mood today, Prosecutor Gavin. Well, like I said, I just want to catch whoever killed Professor Court. And there's no reason for me to start butting heads with you two. Anyway, I won't say goodbye, as I'm sure I'll be seeing you later. I always thought prosecutors were all a rather scary bunch, but Prosecutor Gavin seems pretty nice. Yeah, he's not so bad as prosecutors go. We should get back to investigating, too. We don't have nearly enough information yet. And we also have to tell Mr. Wright that we have accepted Junie's case. Wait, looks like we have to work cut off for us. And with that, we are going to go ahead and move. We're going to move to the hallway. October 24th, Themis Legal Academy, first floor hallway. Ah, Mr. Wright. I heard they arrested your friend, Juniper. Yeah, Detective Fulbright just took her in. I refuse to believe that one of our students is capable of murder. We must prove her innocence by any means necessary. The end justifies the means. What do you mean the end justifies the means? I, Professor Means, always say what I mean and mean what I say, by all means. Here at our esteemed academy, we train our students to produce meaningful results. You believe in Juniper's innocence, do you not? Of course I do. Junie wouldn't even hurt a fly. Precisely. We have justice on our side. The only other thing we need are results. It is the height of folly to endanger a client by failing to pursue all means possible. Sure I want to prove her innocence, but I don't like the sound of the end justifies the means part. Well, you are still young and idealistic. It's no wonder you fail to see the wisdom therein. There is but one thing to do now. I must personally take up Juniper's defense. You're gonna take her case, Professor Means? I may be a professor, but I'm still licensed to practice law. In fact, I have even battled Professor Court in court. No kidding! So you guys are rivals or something? No, nothing of the sort. She was an esteemed colleague at the academy and in court. You see, both Professor Court and I graduated from this academy at the top of our class. Wow, I bet they both used to really bring it. Now, if you would excuse me, I'd best go discuss the case with Juniper. Professor Means, please, wait. I didn't want to say anything, but Paul and I already agreed to take her case. It's true. Juniper is counting on us to prove her innocence. Really now? You two? And what were you planning on telling me? Said, sorry, boss. I know we should have asked first, but... Relax. Your friend was just hauled away in front of your eyes. Sometimes you just have to make snap decisions, and I think you made the right one. How wonderful. Very well, Athena Sakes. Let me ask you just one thing. As a lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else? That's an easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients. What a wonderful answer. Juniper must be overjoyed to have a friend such as you. As for Professor, I too shall do whatever I may to help her. And if you decide to take the end justifies the means strategy, come see me at once. Let's hope it never comes to that. Now, if you would excuse me. Well, time's a wasting. You better start investigating and fast. But first, how about I tell you everything I know so far? Yes, please. Have you learned anything new about the case? Actually, I ran into Professor Gavin and he told me something interesting. Seems the murder took place in the art room. There's traces of a large pool of blood there. So the police believe the body was moved from there to the stage. What? Really? Just like the mock trial again. The police are searching the art room. But whether they'll find anything, well, what? Come to think of it. Let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded around here. Huh? Are we even allowed to do that? It's no big deal as long as we leave it exactly like we found it. Plus, no, never mind. Now, where was I again? But there's really no need to talk about right here, right now. I want you two to find out for yourselves. So, were you shocked by your conversation with Professor Means? Oh, I guess so. Actually, that was pretty shocking. The Dark Age of the Law. I'm sure you've heard those words before. Sure, a number of times. Prosecutors file false charges and lawyers fight back by fabricating evidence. There's a lot of that going around these days. But the question is, how is it related to the case at hand? Training students to produce results. That is the school's policy. Well, that in and of itself isn't a bad thing. Right, as long as those results come by fair and honest means. Oh, but what was it the Professor Means said? The end justifies the means? Oh no, I think I know where this is going. To survive the Dark Age of the Law, you must use any means necessary. Fabrication of evidence and false charges are unavoidable in the quest for results. That's what they're preaching here at Themis Legal Academy. But what will happen to our legal system results are all that matter anymore? Relax, it's just a rumor. I'd take it with a grain of salt if I were you. Oh, that's a relief. You had me going there for a minute. Wait a second, what if Mr. Red examined the victim's body for a reason? Maybe he was worried someone might actually tamper with the evidence. I think that about wraps up what I know so far. The fact that this case closely resembles Mrs. Wood's script is obviously important. Knowing that, you should probably try and identify what's the same and what's different. Okay, I'll try talking to as many people as I can on campus. And with that, we are going to go ahead and end things there. The next time I see you guys, we are going to go ahead and finish this Day 1 investigation in the case against Juniper Woods. So I hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. I hope you guys are enjoying how this case is unfolding. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching this, and I will see you guys again next time.